Well, thank you very much. Welcome back to the second half of the department of the game, and we are already underway. Where Tanzania having the first touch. Well, it looks like we might be seeing a physical second half, especially from the side that is down there, Senegal.
They will have to be physical a little bit. They will have to be able to pass the ball in between themselves, keep the ball as well, and also defend well. They are not defending well at all. And the goals that scored against them, you can see they were not compact, rather open, compared to what the Tanzania have been doing. Very, very good in defending, good in compact, and they seem to know exactly what to do when they have the ball.
I agree with Coach. And that's the man who made a difference, Nutine, but the flag is already up on the far side. And it's the assistant referee too, Angelos Akugu Adongo from Ghana, with the flag up on the far right-hand side. That's a big life fire for Senegal as they try to come forward from the right-hand side. That's a big run, Guy on it. Really giving it a bit of activity down there.
Maybe because it has also rained, we can see a lot of long balls, going on. But with Tanzania doing the same, but they are on target, compared to Senegal. Senegal is kicking the ball and sometimes it doesn't go to anywhere, and they are not also defending well. Once Tanzania doesn't have the ball, you can see the team is compact, defending.
Well, Coach, hold on for a minute. That's a lovely big ball sent across, but it looks everybody. Foul. Will not be able to pick it this time around. Should ask Guy in your shot. Yeah, to get himself into any goal scoring position as they try to cancel the first half goal lead from Tanzania. Here they are, Senegal pushing forward within Tanzania's penalty box, and it's turned away. As Haji finds his captain Nudin, and Senegal will recover possession once more. Go back into the box. This is lovely, and it's in. Senegal hit back, and a hit back. What a strike there from the man in the assist jersey. Fine. What play? Top scorer has their strike back, and Senegal level.
Indeed, the sixth player who has been very, very good in the last tournament. I think he won the Golden Boot. And we didn't see much of him in the first half, but this time he's showing this is an individual brilliance that he done. Good attempt at goal.
Well, just look at a hit there. Well, goalkeeper. That's you've got to credit him, and it's for spotting the big man up from the plenty of space. Sandwiched by Musa, but managed to let's find the talisman in the same jersey, and look at that pen on the ball. Absolute quality to beat Maya Yelezi between these two sticks.
Now it's very, very open now. We want to see who is the tougher. Who asks for more. The game.
Well, let's see. Game of just open up between these two sides. That's 5, drops it to the right-hand side. Not the best of starting from Tidiane in the 18 jersey. Struggling to make that one a bit up front. Well, Coach, you can see that Tanzania have just been caught off guard in the first few minutes of this particular half. Senegal absolutely looking quality in this department. That's a lovely header there, but managed to get to it. And the game stays intact at the moment.
It is open now, and we want to see what both teams will do.
So Kasonge Coach were full of praise for this man in the first half. He's yet to do anything inspiring up front there for Tanzania. As Kesab lost his whistle once again. For the Ghanaian 17 years of age, have come through the loins of the Catch Them Young policy, introduced by the Ghana Football Association. And here he is enjoying officiating at the continental level. And Senegal 10 that one away. It's here with a lovely big boot there to affect the danger.
I really want to see more play in both teams. They've not been able to construct passes to attack. You know, they made attempts and then they lose the ball, and it's not too good. But of course, these are young kids, and they are allowed to make such mistakes.
Lovely ball bends across, and Sir managed to get his hands to it. Red hot alert between his two sticks. So he must be spoken to in a half time to only stay focused a bit. And there's another throwing for Senegal. And we can see a lot of antics on the touchline from Passawa. Not the best of touch. Guy has it. Not a loose ball a bit, but right on the edge. And he managed to give the ball away. It's been cleared finally. With Haji coming to rescue of Tanzania. That's brilliant stuff from Sa once again. Ball playing goalkeeper.
It is. He's showing some skills, you know, as a goalkeeper, which normally you can look at that out from Onana. From
What just came to my head as well. I was just about mentioning Manchester United's Lambi Onana, famously known as a ball playing goalkeeper. Well, when you overdo it sometimes,
it becomes a problem. You know, especially when you do it and they are aware, the players are aware what you can do, then they are also timing you, and sometimes it goes wrong. And a lot of these things have gone wrong with Onana.
Well, just look at that challenge. That's a big tussle between the skipper Nodin and the Senegal player. It's been Senegal showmanship, especially in this particular half. They've come out of their shells, trying to really attack Tanzania in this particular half, and it's proving fruitful at the moment. Just another long hit. Falls to nobody. Tanzania trying to use the flanks as they did in the first half, but Senegal, who are closing every pocket of space on the flanks at the moment. But Nodin finds a man in front of him. Too-man touch. Can he keep it on the field? Lovely hits there. Oh my goodness. Inches away.
That was a very good attempt. The left.
And you can see lovely hit there from the man in the 12 jersey, Lupuga. Lovely bend there. Stretch goalkeeper Sa to his maximum limit.
That was a good attempt from the back. Making that effort was good. Senegal seemed to, go a little bit ahead of Tanzania in the second half. Obviously, because they were losing and they needed to do this effort, which has paid off. But let's see how they continue to the end of the game.
Well, so we've seen a big substitution from Senegal. His foul is out at the moment. And they've just introduced a new man, Andre Bindia, coming in. As well as the man in the 18 shirt, also been retracted from the game. And that's Tidiane Diallo. And we'll be getting ready to see the face of Mansour Diop in the 15 jersey. And let's see what he adds to this Senegalese side. Here Senegal trying to box one up front, but it's Tanzania who picks it up. And it's brushed off their feet. But they'll have the advantage staying with them.
Hopefully the sub will bring more effort for them, put them on high, and see how best they can do it.
Well, we look to have another double substitution for Tanzania. We might just be getting ready to see the man in the 17 jersey and 15 as well, getting ready to come in. But the big question is, Who do they come in for? Well, it's the man in the training set. Sumado, who goes off. As well as Jesse, number 10. Samson.
Number 10 and 20 off.
And we've got Gideon John coming in, as well as Sikayenka coming in as well.
All this stuff has to pay off. You know, sometimes the coach told me, you watch what the opponent is doing, and then you also react. And that is what the Tanzania coach has done. Hopefully, it will pay off.
Well, let's see if it pays off. With then 10 minutes of the second half. We're left with just 10 more minutes in this particular fixture. And it's Tanzania in full control at the moment. They've got a lot of options in the middle. It's been a very scrappy play, not exciting football from the two sides.
No. I mean, I think there must be a good work from the Senegalese team, because what Tanzania were good of in the first half, they've really been able to shut them down. But it doesn't really look too good in terms of play. How they possess the, maybe also it's because of the grounds. It's raining and they are not able to pass the ball very well.
Absolutely. I mean, you need a lot of quality to be able to boss the ball around on this particular wet field.
Yeah.
But yes, sir, trying to issue a bit of instruction to his defensive line as they get ready to deal with a free kick, which is in a very dangerous position. And they need to be very wary of Tanzania's ability from outside of the 18-yard. But you can see the referee busy as well. Kassar of Algeria, ensuring that everything is smooth within Senegal's 18-yard, with a bit of chit-chat and a bit of movement right in the box. Kassar in your shot, the goalkeeper. Hassan is captain of the side as well. And he'll look to lead this team by example in this continental finals. But the big question is, can Tanzania take advantage of this big opportunity to get themselves back into the lead? That's Tanzania's free kick, and that is an awkward one.
No, that's a poor one. I'm sure they've been doing this in training, and they should be signed. They should be able to do something better than this.
Also, that is it. It's Umbarok Haji with a long hit deep into the sky. But here they'll run route once again from the right-hand side. And they are stopped by Talo. Brings it up front, looking for the man in the night jersey, Bara. He's got a lot of options on his right-hand side, but decides to go solo side across. And it's Tanzania's goalkeeper, Maya Yelesi, who picks it up.
The following cars with the company registration numbers.
And you can see that two goalkeepers love to whip in long balls to their forward men.
Earlier on in the first half, Tanzania were on target. This time around, it's Senegal who's been doing well in that. But there's been too many long balls. There hasn't been good play. As much as they play long ball, the field is also bad. You want to see them at least construct passes into attack, and it doesn't seem to go well with both teams.
There's Mohamed for Senegal. Tries to bring it back a bit. That's a lovely hit to the right-hand side. As Manzo is trying to walk his way up front, but it's been stopped. That's a great work from.
I must say, I like the way Tanzania have defended in their play. They seem very organized compared to Senegal, you know, and it's really good for them, for the team in the coming matches.
Well, that's Farajala in your shot in a 3 jersey. might be getting to see other players or other cards thrown in by these coaches as we get ready to see Dieng for Senegal. It looks like the man in the tent just say follow or say goodbye at this moment. He's played his part.
Yes, he's an attacker, and hopefully he will be able to
Substitution for
do something
Senegal.
on attack, because as it stands
Player
now,
number
they
10
need a win,
out,
and
player number 19 on.
hopefully he will bring something good.
So less than 7 minutes more left in this game, and it's Nudin.
35. 35. 35.
As we've done 35 minutes and a few seconds on the clock. With less than 5 minutes of normal time left, and we'll be seeing the number of minutes that will be added on by Kassar. Senegal will have to attack from the far left-hand side, obviously brought down. Spot on call from the referee.
They've been good within that area, and they attack from there, but nothing really has come out.
I mean, they're getting lots of set pieces, but they're not just putting it to use.
Yeah.
Fluffing so many big opportunities to create. But let's see if they can break the hearts of Tanzania. They're there for full time. It is free kick from the left-hand side. As it stays even at the moment. And it's Maya Yelezi who needs to really keep his eyes stuck onto the ball on the far left-hand side in order to ensure he doesn't beat it within his own near post. But a lot of bodies up front for Senegal, and that's another poor kick there, coach. You said it.
Yeah.
That's fine. There's big trouble here. Kasongi coming up front for Tanzania. Lovely. Can it increase the tally? Oh my goodness. And Sarr with a heroic save there. Unless to keep Senegal intact in this game.
This is the problem how Senegal are defending. You know, they open up. The two center backs were off. They didn't know what was happening, and then it was a big chance for Tanzania. You won't see this with Tanzania. They won't do that. It's because of the way they defend.
Well, absolutely. Guy brings it across into the Tanzania's penalty box, but there's nobody there in the green shirt to connect to it. Just look at that big chance once again from Kasongi. But it was the goalkeeper who denies it. Tanzania's second goal.
That was a big chance for them to go up.
For 2 more minutes. And there's Senegal in full control here in Tanzania's box. Trying to work their way around the Senegalese midfield. Sinka Yenka, not the best of touch, and it falls back to Sarr. Asane Sarr in his own penalty area. That's a big header. Mansour bringing it up front, finds Guy looking for a lot of options. There's no outlet at the moment. And Tanzania defend their lines. That's another lovely build-up from the men in the green. And coach Ousmane Diop will certainly be proud of his charges in the second half department. Another lovely footwork sent into the channel. And it's been very, very consistent. The big problem they have been facing being the fire.
Not the same guy again. He's very good.
Trying to create something out of nothing once again.
Yeah. He's one of their key players, and if he's been given the chance, he can do a lot of distraction for the Tanzania.
Ball is blocked into the blue sets. Tanzania brings it back to Hemet, or at least long one up front. but it's just too heavy. And it's picked by Asani Fai. Well, 40 minutes up. And we're probably into additional time here. But there's a hot chase on the left-hand side, and that's a beautiful clearance there from Tia. At least to prevent Kisonge from attacking. Lapuga on the edge. Senegal needs to be very careful. Lingers within, brings it to the left-hand side within the ball. Scam of somebody. And Senegal surviving that scare.
That's a good attempt. I mean, at the end, you can see Tanzania trying to keep the ball and also to attack. But it's almost done. I mean, but Senegal has done well in the second half. They put up a good show, a good fight. Never allowed Tanzania to operate as they did in the first half, and it's paid off for them.
Well, talking about Senegal, winners of the Waffle A after beating the Gambia by 2-0 to lift the Zona title. And that's certainly ends it here. It's even.
So the first game of the day, the boys category has ended.
Casa blows
Tanzania
the full-time whistle.
Tanzania took the first half, played very well, attacked. Senegal in the second half came back and did well, and so it's a fair game, 1-1. Hopefully in their next coming matches they will improve and win.
So absolutely, we'll be looking forward to what will be happening in this particular group. Well, that's his full time. It's Tanzania 1, Senegal 1.
And now, the national anthem of
What's the national anthem of Uganda? Well, so that certainly tells you that we're just a few seconds away from the big game between these two sides. And it's South Africa taking on Uganda. And it tells you that we've got such a very crunchy tie here.
Yeah,
Coach.
I'm certain about that. I believe that it's going to be an entertainment game. The last time the two teams played in Tanzania, they did so well. I was supporting Uganda, but they were unfortunate. And South Africa showed a great quality of team unison, and they won the tournament, which was very, very good.
Well, so sadly, South Africa winners of the 2023-2024 Continental title. And they'll be looking to defend it here in Accra. As for Uganda, they finished third.
Yes, indeed. I strongly believe that this will also depend on a lot of coaching, how the team should be playing. You know, in the last time they came, they did so well, and so the continuation. I'm sure this is a new set of team, and that means that coaching perspective has to work a lot, and we want to see how well they will perform in this tournament.
Well, so that's Uganda side, quality side there. You've got the likes of Aketongwa, you've got Nasaka, Kiwinga, you've got Nabukera. So very interesting names there, Mbeza, as well as the goalkeeper will be between the two sticks for them, Namu Waya. Who is the lady between the two sticks for them? Nabalanzi will also be in action as well, but there's the two captains who will get ready for the toss. And she's got a lot to do in terms of Masalin, her side against this ruthless South African side.
Well, like I said, it will depend on a lot of coaching, coaching aspect, because this is a new set of team, and how they coach them, how they bring them up and get to this level is very important, and we will see the effect on what they've done in the past months before this tournament.
Well, absolutely, coach. But for South Africa side, they've got Mazibuku, Zuza, and Thomas. They've got Messiah, Simamane, Molwe, Situene, and of course the captain of the side is the lady in the 12 jersey, Molefe, and Kok in 3 jersey on the right hand side. The South Africa side just like to entertain himself. I was privileged to pass through the team hotel, and they were just singing, dancing and drumming.
And that is part of them. I remember when I was actively playing, we played South Africa in the 1996 AFCON, and I think they won the match by singing before we played.
Well, so we are underway at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium, with Senegal having the first touch. And they'll have to caress the ball. From the far left-hand side, trying to pick the lady up front. Situating, but he couldn't get to her. It is being quickly pushed out for a train advantage. And the young South African girls who love to push forward. Yes, Uganda. Now they still love to find themselves in those tight spaces. And they can already see, coach, that South Africa is beginning to make life very difficult for Uganda.
Of course.
Toppling up on them anytime they're in possession.
Exactly. With South Africa, you see team organization. From the back, you see the back line, and then from into the middle and then attack. There's a lot of organization in the way they play, and sometimes it makes it so difficult for a team that is not organized. And they're showing. Okay.
Well, hold on, coach. That's a big hit into the penalty box. It's still South Africa looking for the first, and it's well collected. Mawa Yaya. Let's with that lovely catch there to prevent the danger. Just look at the movement there from Cork, the lady in the 3 jersey, unless to find her calling it up, plenty of space there for the goalkeeper ever present. And this is where Uganda will need to really watch the South Africans in terms of how they play.
Of course, you look with these both teams. You see the desire to play, to pass the ball is there compared to the boys. You know, they have the ability to pass the ball and then move forward, and it's not too bad.
Well, absolutely, women football on the continent have skyrocketed, but here South Africa coming forward from the far left-hand side. This could be the opener, but that is great anticipation from the lady Namuaya. Alice reading it very well and magnifying herself to affect the trouble.
She anticipated very, very well in terms of coming out, when to come out to save the situation, and I think she did it perfectly well.
Well, she's just giving us glimpses of what to expect against this Ugandan side, Situene. South Africa brings in this corner kick. Keeping going, life fire clearance there. That's the Ugandans will now love to run forward. Big space, but can she catch up? She catches up with the ball and gives it away finally. Molefe, but not the best of pass. Oh, it's end-to-end stuff in this particular game.
Exactly. They're trying to push. You see, early stages of the game, they have to test each other and see how best they can get to them, and that is what is happening.
It's the first Group B matchup between South Africa and Uganda. Well, they've got a lot of quality opponent in that particular group, and I'm sure these two teams will love to at least pick or register themselves those lovely points before they take on DRC and the Gambia. Masere Kuka picks it, and it's Uganda coming forward through the left-hand side. That's a great way to defend, and it's the skipper Molefe with that tip, and it's to turn the ball away from a trajectory. Uganda can they now break into the box, send it across. Is anybody there? There's somebody, but not the best connection, and it breaks down.
A very good pass, but the connecting was not too good. She didn't come in good enough to finish it.
Nabukira is struggling to hit that one pass. South Africa's goalkeeper Mafumo, but they still have possession, taking time to build up from their own territory, and it's lovely to see.
That is what I just said. You know, there's a sense of judgment where you know they are trying, making the effort. They are not kicking the long balls like we saw with the boys, you know, and so it's exciting to and you can seriously tell the coaches have done a good job in that sense.
Uganda defending now. That is the skipper who will have to come forward with it. Aketongwe. And it falls to the lads in the yellow shirts. Back to Uganda in the middle. There's been lots of midfield display at the moment. Nabukiri also in the fray as well, trying to see if she can just tip it and keep it on the tip a bit. Molefe and his cock with a long delivery into the channel again. A bit of confusion here. Can't she get it fast, but it's cleared away. That's a nervy moment.
That's a very good move from the South Africans, you know, moving to attack, and they almost got it right.
Well, you can see Sitwini coming through, couldn't touch it, and it's Mole who also couldn't reach it. And a lot of credit to Kidin, who got it first to at least just tap it away by the two South Africans. Corner kick. And you can see the last hit in the yellow, pushing a lot of body forward, but they need to be very careful not to leave a lot of spaces out the back.
Exactly.
Zuza. And Uganda back in possession, taking their time to box the ball. Nabukira, Sandwich, in that traffic of yellow sets, find it difficult to run through the channel.
They are well organized, the South Africans, in terms of how to defend, how to pass the ball. And so you can see clearly when they are on, when the Ugandans are on attack, they outnumbers them in the defensive line.
Well, yet to see the lady in the 9 set for Uganda, Nama Seruka. She's been a bit quiet in the last 6 minutes. But South Africa has got other ideas. They are a very tough opponent, even at a senior level. Difficult side to crack down. There's Thomas with that lovely touch there to prevent the danger. Here she is, released a long one into the channel, but as far as Kidin and Uganda will push forward from the far right-hand side.
Yes, there's a lot of efforts in terms of how to attack and how to, but you know, we've not seen nothing yet. What I can say for now, Ugandans are trying, but you see that South Africa are more organized than they are.
South Africa in possession now. She's not got many outlets, but decide to go long. We can say it's off. Kidding for Uganda, and the South Africans are back in possession. This is Cock here, trying to run from the right-hand side. She's stopping her tracks. And the lady scored full mark, Belinda. Scoring full mark there to deal with the South African. Well, we are going to see a lot of clumsy play, especially from these two sides.
I think the Ugandans are physically very strong, especially in defending, and it's sort of have a toll on the South Africans. When it comes to two-man fight on the ball, you know, they seem to be winning it a lot.
Well, so let's see. Nasaka, she's got a captain moving to plenty of space. Decides to go long. We can see some of the South African player, not a goalkeeper. They say caught to the tax, and that is Mafumo. Just keeping it. She's got a huge presence at the back.
Kidin is also good in defending. He's very good. He seems to have the team organized at the back.
It looks to be Cock again, but she's giving her possession. And it's Belinda looking for the danger lady in the 11 set, Nabukere. Well, South Africa has got out ideas as they are back with possession. And there's nobody there at the right-hand side to hatch onto the ball. Well, the skipper does well to hit it against Cock to win that throwing advantage. Well, we see more of this lady, Shirley Cock. Such a lovely youngster. That's Belinda up front. Oh, she's a forward, but she loves to drop very deep to help with defensive duties most of the time.
Go.
That's Belinda, the lady in the front jersey.
Okay. Yeah, probably is the work of the coach. The basket had to drop in that sense to double up, have more men, more women, ladies in the midfield, and that's it.
Very painful, isn't it? Molefe just limping after coming off that challenge. And South Africa have been rewarded with a free kick. Ball is delivered into the channel, but not so much quality to get to its intended destination as Nasaka brings it up for South Africa. Molefe. It's the battle of the two captains. And it's Aketoenge who wins it. It's out again. Uganda pushing a lot of ladies forward now, as we've done more than half of the first half department of this game.
Indeed, they have to do that. You know, in order to get a goal, you have to be pushing your team forward, and that's exactly what they are doing.
Well, let's see if that will be futile and rewarding at the moment. But yes, South Africa will have to come through the midfield. Decides to option for the flank there, where they've got the big lady Sitwene into the box, and there's nobody there. Bit of miscommunication. Namuaya rescued by defensive line. Saw it quickly and came to swim it out. Molefe running right there, lovely footwork. It's in. Cork cannot keep it. And Uganda clear their line. Lovely piece of skill from Belinda. Sitole. About a few touches so far in this first half. It's dropping a bit. Nasaka and South Africa back in possession. Long one up front, looking for Sitwene. That is Kiringa, who keeps that possession. Just as still South Africa goes down. But the referee will not just point to the penalty spot when the situation.
No, I don't think it was a penalty. But it can be given though.
Well, coach, just look at it again.
Oops.
That was kidding.
Oh. It could be a penalty. It could be a penalty because she used her body in blocking her pathway. So it could be seen as a penalty.
Small way coming very close to getting South Africa penalty, but the referee, Alice, who was close to the action, and saw it more clearly than us, decides otherwise.
Yeah, I mean,
and the hope of the Ugandans stay alive.
Both teams are trying in terms of playing well to get a goal, but it's difficult. And at this age, you also don't expect them to be, marvelous in that sense. They are in a situation where they will have to make mistakes to be taught how to do it right, and so it's good.
Well, sent across, this could be a bit dangerous, but that was a lovely delivery from the Balanzi. Belinda, South Africa back in possession. Sitwene just got a lot of outlet. Looking for Mulway. The race is on here, but the whistle is up. And that really hurts the attacking intention.
Yeah. The goalkeeper would have also been making a big mistake by coming out, because if she had gotten the ball, it would have been a problem. It hadn't been offside. It would have been a problem for them, for the Ugandans.
Well, in case you just joined us, there's the girls category of this CAF African Schools Football Championship 2025 Accra, Ghana. And it's the first game in Group B. As you can see, Uganda taking on South Africa, who are clouded in the yellow jersey and playing from left to right. It's Sitwene, Sensida Ikela looking for her colleague up front. Mulway goes down the penalty box. The referee have none of that. And Uganda survives, clear their line.
The Ugandan goalkeeper seems to be coming out a little bit recklessly. If she has to be careful. If she keeps on doing that, it could be a problem for them. But in all fairness, I think South Africa is more have a little bit of control of the game than the Ugandans.
Well, I absolutely agree with you. These are defending champions. Unless they know what to do anytime they're in possession of the ball. Just look at it. Griffin with 8 passes, marker. That's Nzuza. That's Thomas with a long hit up front, looking for Sitwene. And Molloy couldn't pick her. That is Uganda skipper who come for it. Aketwenge gives up possession. Messier. On the best of it. Back into the middle. Nabukera. Drop on the line for Belinda. Nasaka. That's a lovely attempt from Nasaka. Scanning the area, release. Long one up front. Oh, that's a crazy play, isn't it? And Uganda will now love to come for it. Nasaka, what a lady she's been in this first half. Managing to keep it. Send the grounder. And it's to nobody in particular, but to the ladies in the yellow set as they clear their line. Sitwene. Well, South Africa seeing most of the ball, but Uganda not retreating in this first half. Well, he's really running right against the opponent. Here's Molloy for South Africa. She's got a lot of options. She wants to go past. Belinda goes down. And another challenge. Controversial challenge there.
Let's see it again.
Less than 3 minutes to the end of the first 20 minutes. Nearly said first 45 minutes. It's Nabukira for Uganda. Long one at the far right hand side. Goftin struggling to kick the ball.
It's always difficult for the Ugandans to go through the South Africans in terms of passing and moving, but they are making an effort, but it has an end at a point.
That's a lovely footwork from Nabukira. Decides to go long. And his way off the mark. Nowhere close to the mark of the goal post. Well, that's a lovely hit. And let's try and test Mafuma from that long distance. South Africa restarting all over again, pressing the restart button. Nzuza and Uganda back in possession. Big moment there. That is lovely defensive work from Messier. Let's to turn away that big opportunity that was falling to Uganda. South Africa, Molloy.
Molloy is very strong, likes to attack. They always put her through because she's very fast, I think, and she's been the person who is really disturbing the defense of the Ugandans.
Looks to be Cock, who've drifted infield a bit. And it's Belinda with a live wire clearance. Not the best of clearance as to forward the South Africans. Currently out at the moment. And it's Kiringa, the lady in the 15 jersey, running that flank quite well this morning. And the girls just struggling to put together 2-3 passes. But it's a bit understandable. The field is a bit wet. Aketwenge looking for Nabukira, 1-on-1 with Thomas. Nasaka couldn't pick it, and it's Molefe who clears it out of danger.
Both teams are defending very well, very well, because had it not been so, there would have been a goal.
Well, referee absolutely not adding any minutes to this particular half. And it stays even goalless at the moment between South Africa and Uganda. What a match we've seen in the first 20 minutes.
Indeed, a very difficult match for both sides. And the final tell has been poor from both sides. And hopefully, in the second half, when we come back, that area, they will improve. Both teams will improve in that area.
So it's this lady who've tried everything possible to see if South Africa can take the lead. But it's amounted to nothing. Well, it's halftime at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. It's South Africa 0, Uganda 0.
There we go, halftime in this game. Unlike the last one, we have seen no goal, but we've seen plenty of entertainment as South Africa, the defending champions and the dominant team when it comes to either the boys or the girls games when it comes to the COSAFA zone. They have been showing us why exactly they are one of the favorites coming to this game. It's been an interesting half, but Uganda have not taken it lying down, have they now? I'm joined by my side here by Coach Kevin Johnson and Gifty up here. Kevin, your thoughts on the first half?
No, I think they both had opportunities, and the thing I like about the ladies' game now is that there's more entertainment, and no disrespect to my fellow young boys, than the first game. And when we look at the team, you can see there's a lot of structure in both teams. They tend to keep their positions more better than the previous game. Just a little bit of comparison. But in South Africa, in reality, the number, I think it's the number 14, the striker.
Yeah.
She's good.